To repair your DR, you're going to spend a lot of time lying down on the floor. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and hands are going to come to your ribs to begin with. You're going to take a deep breath in and out, and you're going to feel your ribs expand and contract. Then you're going to place one hand on your ribs and one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in. Feel your belly and ribs expand, and as you breathe out, feel everything contract. So diaphragmatic breathing is a great way to start reconnecting with your core. As you breathe in, taking as much air as possible, and as you breathe out, you're going to imagine that you have a hook behind your belly button and a piece of string attached to that hook, and that piece of string is pulling your belly button down towards the mat beneath you. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, drag your belly button down towards the mat beneath you. That is going to activate the whole of the TVA right in the deep core. Now, the great thing about activating the TVA is it means that you can still breathe, but we do have to practice that. So give your diaphragmatic breathing a chance. Don't think that it's too easy. Stick with it. Take a deep breath in and out, bringing your belly button towards the floor. Hold it here for just a couple of seconds. Keep breathing. And then take a deep breath in. And then out. Drag your belly button down towards the floor. And if you have a good dig around, you might feel that wall of muscle is getting a little bit harder. The more often you do it, the more used to being used that muscle will be. And we want our muscle to get used to being used. We want it to get used to being engaged, because then we can move on to the next step. I wouldn't recommend doing anything other than diaphragmatic breathing for maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month, depending on how active you've been beforehand, and I'll come to that. But the next level, once you have mastered the diaphragmatic breathing, you take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to hold your core nice and strong. So you're going to draw that belly button towards the mat, and then you're going to lift one foot off the floor, place it back down, lift the other foot off the floor, place it back down. As soon as you start flailing your legs around, that adds load to your core, and you are going to start to feel it. It is not going to be easy. It is going to feel challenging. That is okay. It just means that we are working. What is very important is that you keep drawing your belly button down towards the mat. Don't be tempted to let your belly stick out. We don't want to dome. We want everything to be drawn in towards the mat. Once you've stuck with that for a couple of weeks, and give yourself grace, give yourself time. It might take you quite a long time to feel like you're ready to go any further than lifting your legs up and down off the floor. That's okay. That is entirely okay. Let yourself be okay with that. The next level is toe taps. So we actually start from the opposite position. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw the navel down towards the mat beneath you, lift the legs up into a tabletop position, and then you're going to touch one foot down and then the other. Right and left. Keep it nice and slow, nice and controlled. Keep breathing. Remember, if you need to put your feet down and reset, please do that. Be kind to yourself and recognize when your body has had enough, when you are fatigued, when you can't do this anymore. Be kind to yourself. You are rebuilding your body after what can be a very traumatic experience. Regardless of whether you had a traumatic birth or not, your body has been through a lot. Please give yourself grace. Moving on from our toe taps, we are coming on to our last exercise. We're going to place your right hand onto your left knee. Now, if you have bigger breasts, then you can put something in between your hand and your knee. I can recommend a cuddly toy if you don't have a Pilates ball at home. But I can reach my knee, so I'm going to pop it there. And you are going to squeeze your hand and your knee towards each other. You're going to squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and then release. You're going to squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and then release. And you can do that 10 to 12 times before you change to the other side. Whatever you do on one side, you must do to the other side so we can remain balanced. These exercises all follow on from one another, so please start at the beginning. Don't jump straight in at the very end. Start with your diaphragmatic breathing. Reconnect with your core, and then follow it step by step. How long it takes you to get through each step, that is highly dependent on you as a person and where you were before you got pregnant, what your pregnancy was like, and how your birth was. Depends on whether you had a C-section, whether you had a vaginal birth. Everything is so woman dependent, and that's why it's so difficult to give specific advice. However, if you would like more tailor-made advice, please don't be afraid to reach out to me. I can help. I am based out of Nuffield Health in Leicester, but I can absolutely offer you advice. I work with the active mums, and I run the Watermead walk on Mondays at 10:30 a.m. and I am always happy to offer advice. And if it means that we find some time and really walk through, we can even have a Zoom call, and we can really walk through what your body is doing, what it's feeling, and how I can best support you within your recovery.